I'm Judy Elliott, and coming up on today's show, do you ever feel like all we ever hear is about bad news? Well, today I have some great, refreshing, good news to share with you. I meet my angels. Coming up on today's show, you don't want to miss, and we'll be right back with you in just a moment. Well, hi, everyone. I'm Judy Elliott, and welcome again to our show. We have a great show planned for you today. One of my friends that I haven't seen in a long, long time, Nicole Williams, is with us today, and certainly it's so much fun to have you here.
It's fun to be here. We're excited.
Actually, I met you many years back when you owned a business downtown, actually, Dalton.
Yes, I had Tea Salon many years ago.
Yeah, so it just so happened we reacquainted ourselves at a local store, and this is why, because there were some angels appeared at Walmart for me. Can you believe that? I call them my angels, but let's talk about this. Now, your daughter is how old?
She just turned 11.
11. And she's here today in the studio. We're going to bring her and my angels on in just a few minutes. But her name is Eris.
Eris. Mm-hmm.
And tell me a little bit of what school she goes to and a little bit about that part of it.
Like I said, she's 11 years old. She's in 5th grade, and she goes to Cohutta Arrows Kingdom Academy, which is a new school that just started in Cohutta, Georgia.
Uh-huh.
And it's a Christian school, and it's been great.
Oh, that's wonderful. Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. When I talk about the angels, how many there were? 8?
There were 7 of them total that day, and one of them can't be here today because she is trying out for cheer. So good luck to Mia.
Yeah, that's right. All right, let's talk about this story because that's what's so interesting. First of all, I want to know how this all came about and how you planned all this. Go ahead.
So I'm a big celebrator of birthdays. I think birthdays are special and people should be celebrated. But I also don't like all the stuff, like when you have a child and they get all the birthday presents, which is so nice that people are generous, but then you come home with all these things that you don't necessarily want. Or need. Yes, more or need. And so we started this at my daughter's first birthday. Instead of doing gifts every year, I would ask for them to do something in form of a donation. So it also taught her how to be giving instead of just receiving on her birthday. And we've done things like I had a friend who fostered dogs, and so one birthday, it was like her 3rd, and we did a Paw Patrol birthday party, and so everybody would bring like bags of dog food or leashes or dog toys and treats, and we filled this lady's, like the back of a Suburban full of dog supplies. And we have done things, I'm with an organization called Beds for Kids, and we give beds to children locally who might be sleeping on the floor or on a couch and stuff. And so we partner with Liberty Baptist Church in that. But so one year people brought sheets and comforters and pillows and stuff like that. And then, God is so good that one year, and I'm sorry, I'll get emotional here, but it's just an exciting thing how God worked this out. And you'll get to sharing this with us in a little while too. But my daughter's kindergarten year, we always start planning her birthday in January because it's a March birthday. So that year I asked her what she would want to give to, and we started talking about the giving part of it. And we decided to have everybody bring toys and give to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta and to the cancer part of it. And so we did not know that then that February, my niece was going to be diagnosed, and I just touched my that my niece would be diagnosed with cancer, and she is a survivor, and she is here with us today. And so anyway, but God just kind of worked that out to where that kind of tied in. So we've just always done some type of give back at her birthday, and this year it just so happens that you were one of the people that they gave back to. So
I know.
So and I just think it's important to teach kindness and giving and generosity, and it's an easy way. And like I said, it really didn't start from me trying to be such a great person. It really started from me not wanting all the things that we didn't necessarily
like
need.
material things. Sometimes we get so, I think we're all kind of guilty of that in our lifetime, get involved with material things, and that's what you give as a gift. At Christmas you do this, and birthdays you do this, and what am I going to give them this year, and all that. And we find ourselves kind of in that way of, that's what we think first of all, what can we give someone. But this is just such a great idea, and it's giving back to people.
And like I said, it's helpful to not have all the things that you don't even want at your home or don't need, and a lot of times you don't have room for all the toys, and it's so nice. But then people want to bring something to a birthday party. They feel odd if they come to a birthday party empty-handed, so this way they get to bring things, and still it all works together in that way. So.
Yeah, I love it. Well, we're going to take a break here in just a moment, but I want to mention that when we come back, I want to actually show, we have the video. It happened to be, these little girls would run up to me and say, "Hey, could I help you? Could I put your groceries into your cart?" And I'm like, "Yeah," and I'm thinking, what are they wanting? That's our normal reaction. What is this? And so all I saw was the girls. I didn't see Nicole. I didn't see any mom. I didn't know who the girls were. And I'm like, "Yeah, you can." And then they said, "Can we take them to your car?" And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I don't know what to think about this. It took me by surprise, because we don't usually run into people that are giving like that.
Well, and part of it, I was thinking about that, knowing I was coming on the show. I think, unfortunately, we are in a society where we do have to be a little more cautious of people and even children, unfortunately. But so we were given an opportunity on a rainy day for the kids to do that, and thankfully you said yes. And then because we knew each other, I think you trusted us more, to then help with the car and unloading and stuff too. But we do have to be cautious of people, and that's unfortunate. But it's the world we're living in. So.
Well, I will tell you. On the way home, I called my husband and I'm like, "Hey, you will not believe what just happened to me." So I started telling the story. These little girls, he says, So he wouldn't even let me finish. He was like, I said, wait, it's not I got a good ending here. So he was in tune with exactly what you're saying. You just never know these days. But when those things happen, such a wonderful treat. But hey, we're going to take a break here. We'll come back and we have much more here on this show you don't want to miss. We'll be right back. Well, hi, everyone, and welcome back to Judy Elliott's show. I am delighted to have with me Nicole Williams, and we are talking about good deeds and some of the great things that children do, and certainly I call them my angels. I'm gonna have to nickname these girls my angels, right?
Judy's Angels.
I like that, Judy's Angels. So we're gonna talk about a little bit about what happened actually to me, and your daughter was it was her celebration for her birthday. All these girls go out and they do these great deeds. But I've got a video. Actually, if we can play this video. So we're looking at the video, and so this shows where they ran up to me, didn't know these little girls, and they're saying, "Hey, can we, put your groceries in?" And so, all right, so that just showed you. Now I want to show you real quick about them in the car. When I drove up, now it's raining. Okay, it's totally raining. It's a bad day, and I'm just so in heaven actually watching these little girls work. But here you go. I'm going to let you see this. And as you can see, they're having a good time, and I'm certainly having a good time because I'm not having to do any of this stuff. So, all that said, Nicole, it was just a great surprise for me, and it was such a great deed as we talked about. But what else did they do that day? Because I know I was just one stop of whatever else was planned that day.
So what was funny to me is that we were trying to keep you from being in the rain, but you were so sweet and you were so excited and so grateful. And so you were getting out with them and, take a picture and just celebrating what they were doing. So thank you so much for being kind to their kindness. But we actually had a whole treasure scavenger hunt type thing that we did that day. So it wasn't all about acts of kindness, but they did do a few other things. They put up some buggies. They tried to, we went to the sweet spot before we came to Walmart, and they tried to sweep for them, and I think the lady was like, no, look, we can sweep, and so they attempted a few different things. But then, I don't know if any of you have seen Topher. He is a Christian music artist, and real big on TikTok, but he goes around quizzing people on Bible trivia or asking if they know Bible verses and things like that. And so my daughter and I will watch him sometimes, and she's really been wanting to do that. And he gives like hundreds of dollars, which we didn't have to give. So we got some $10 Chick-fil-A gift cards and some $25 Walmart gift cards, and went through Walmart asking different people different things about that. And so some of them would do answer 3 questions about the Bible, and I'll give you a $25 Walmart gift card. Or if you can quote a verse from the Bible, I will give you a $10 Chick-fil-A gift card. And it was so much fun, and teaching them how to be bold and talk to people about God and stuff. And everybody was super nice, and even the ones who didn't know a verse or didn't know the Bible trivia stuff were still really nice. And the girls, we had these little cards made up, and it just has John 3:16 on them. But so when they didn't know the trivia or the things, we would give them this and just say, so this is next time you'll know, or this is something that you now know, and things like that. So it was that's one of my favorite things that we've ever done, because to see the girls go up to people and have the courage and just to see them witness and everything, it was a really cool fun thing. But then we were able to give gift cards, and we tried with some to choose people that may need, not look like somebody, that looks like my grandmother and somebody that I think would know this and would be an easy person to speak to, and so it was a lot of fun.
Wow, I just think this is one of the best things I've heard of in a long time for kids to do. I would love to see more parents adopt this kind of idea.
Well, and it can be scary to do. If you aren't an outgoing, talkative person naturally, then it's hard to teach your kids to. Yeah. But we almost all have a friend who is, right? Yeah. So it's finding that friend that can do that, and then it's just having the courage to do it, because it is hard to go up and talk to people that you don't know, and especially about things like that, or trying to do acts of kindness, because like you said, we're a little skeptical of people. And I think another kindness killer is our busyness. And, if we had have noticed somebody in need at some other point that needed groceries taken for them, not that you needed it, but somebody that did, are we too busy to notice, or are we too busy to help? Yeah. And so I think just being intentional with our time and with our efforts and everything could really make a difference. Yeah, that is so true. Because if you look around, you see the need is there. I mean, almost everywhere you go, there's something that you could do for someone. Mm-hmm. Even if it's just letting someone in front of you get their groceries first. Mm-hmm. I mean, I've done that before, and I'm sure you have too, because you're standing there and you've got 2 things. You've got a whole buggy, but they've got 2 things. Mm-hmm. Why not let them go first, Yes, and even letting somebody pull out in front of you. And I am very guilty of this. I am busy all the time. And so I often don't take the opportunity, because I think my time is more valuable than someone else's. And not that that's what I truly think, but that's what my actions show. Yeah. And so in planning for today and talking to you, and I was thinking through it, it's really encouraged me and kind of even convicted me to try and do better myself and with my time and talents and everything. So I think it did that to me too. So now maybe I'll do it to you. Hey, yeah, exactly. Hey, maybe if I see you
town somewhere, I'll do you a kind deed too. Well, when we come back, we're going to actually meet the girls on stage and we're going to talk to them. So I think this is going to be a lot of fun too. So you stay with us. We'll be right back with you, and you don't want to miss this third segment. We'll be right back. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to our show. I'm standing here with, we named them Judy's Angels, if you guys are okay with that. For the day I had these girls for the day as my angels. But I want to tell you, these girls are fantastic little girls, learning to do a lot of the great good for our community, not only our community, but for themselves and for everyone around them. But I want to introduce everyone here, and also my co-host here, Nicole. Nicole Williams, who was so gracious to bring and have these coordinated to have these girls brought in. Tell me a little bit about, I know we talked about that in the other segment, a little bit about what happened and what they've been doing and how they helped me when I was unexpectedly expected something sweet to happen.
So one of the things they had to do for her birthday was come up with random acts of kindness. And in this moment, they were at Walmart and decided to bag the groceries for Judy and then take them out to her car. And I think it might have been Genesis that chose you. So you might want to ask her about that when you get down to her.
Okay. All right, good deal. So I want to talk with these young ladies. So tell me, it was your birthday, actually, right? So it's your celebration. And your name, again, is?
Eris.
All right. And what school do you go to?
Caheta Eris Kingdom Academy.
Okay, great. Now, how do you feel about, most people like to have birthday gifts, you know, like something in a bag that they can open up, or present. How do you feel about that?
So I feel like we're a little bit more fortunate than most people, and I like giving to the less fortunate because I might get like 10 gifts on my birthday, and they might get like 2, and I just really like blessing other people with more gifts.
Aw, so sweet. So sweet. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Now, what is your name?
My name's Annalisa.
Okay, and what school do you go to?
I go to Christian Heritage.
Okay, super. Now, how do you feel about, you know, what you did about doing good for others? How does that make you feel?
It made me feel very happy that I was serving people and who might need some help with stuff.
Yeah.
And it just made me feel really happy when I helped you.
Oh. Well, thank you so much. Now, I'm going to walk around to back here, Nicole, and I'm going to catch these other little ladies. And what is your name?
Chase.
Okay. And what school do you go to?
Caheta Eris Kingdom Academy.
Okay. How many people go to that school? I just was curious because this is a new school we talked about earlier, right?
How many total?
Yeah, here. 4. Okay, great. And how do you feel about helping others, and how do you feel about giving, instead of giving a gift, you give from the heart, you help someone? How does that make you feel?
It helps me feel very happy.
I was going to say happy. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So is this something you would like to do again?
Yeah, to show others that it's good to serve other people.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Thank you. And your name is?
Genesis.
Yes. And so I understand you're the one that picked me out, right?
Yes.
I don't know why. What, did I look like I needed help? I'm just teasing. So I was very surprised when you ran up and said, can we bag your groceries or put them in the cart?
Yeah.
Yeah. So in doing things like this, does it make you feel good, or how does it make you feel? And would you like to continue doing things like that?
I would like to continue doing it so that we can show other people that there are still good people in this world, and that I am really happy that we came up to you and we helped you and everything. And so, yes, I'd like to do it again.
Yeah. I think there was something special about you coming up to choosing me. I really do. I don't know I don't know why, but I feel like that is such a blessing that I was blessed as well. So thank you so much. All right, and your name is?
Emma,
Emma, and what school do you go to?
Cuda Air's Kingdom Academy.
Okay. Now, how do you feel about doing something like this, or would you like to do it again, or was it kind of difficult, or kind of your feelings about helping others?
It made me feel very joyful that I got to help others, and I felt very kind to others that I was getting to serve others.
That's fantastic. All right. Thank you. All right. I'm going to move back over here. And your name is?
Abigail,
And what school do you go to?
Christian Heritage.
Okay. And tell me a little bit about your experience when you were helping, either not just that day, but I'm sure you help other people in a lot of other ways.
Yeah, it makes me feel good that I can just help people, and sometimes it makes me feel like if they're having a bad day, it could cheer them up and help them have a better day.
Yeah, that is so good. I love it. I want to come back up with me. Don't go away, my co-host here. This has just been fantastic, and I know that this is not the first time that they've been out helping in the community. I think you've told me there are other ways that they've helped just when they're just learning how to help others without even being told, actually.
They are, and I think it does start at home, and I'm thankful for the moms of these girls and the people that I get to raise my daughter with. But we were at Brewster's one day having ice cream, and they said, "Mama, can we pick up trash?" And so there's little things that even kids can do that are all around them, and it's just teaching them to look for it and to see it, and
Yeah, I love it. It's just been fantastic having you here. I want to have you back at another time when we talk about beds for kids.
I would love to come back and talk about beds for kids.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Right. Well, thank you all for being with us today. We really appreciate it, and I thank you so much for finding me and blessing me that day too. So until next time, we'll see you, and goodbye.